a shout out to Ge.Holla and
Hey, Ge.Holla, G.Holla.
Ge.Holla. Charlamagne the God here, man.
All y'all said entertainers, shout out my guy Ge.Holla.
Rocking right out with Ge.Holla. Celebrity Life.
Shout out to Ge.Holla reaching 1 million listeners on his podcast.
Our next guest, man, this guy's super cool. You know what I'm saying? Singer and actor. Andre, you know what I'm saying? His sizzling new single titled I Need You, you know. Hey man, this young man definitely got it going on. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, y'all link in with him. Sir Andre, what's happening with you, bro? Sir Andre,
I'm ready.
Where you from originally? Where you hail from?
Well, I'm from Beaumont, Texas. Started singing in a church, a Black Catholic church. Matter of fact, Our Mother Mercy. So I started singing at the age of 4, and I'm the oldest of 3 boys, and my dad would have me entertain the family on Sundays, and then it turned into joining the church and singing all over the place. So it's been a blessing. It's been a ride. It's been a journey. I don't have any regrets. You know, if I can share something with anyone, when God puts something on your heart, you just have to follow it. And even if you try to go somewhere else and you get distracted, He will always lead you back, you know, because, you know, we have that passion. Everyone has something that's burning in them that keeps them going.
Hey, that's dope, man. And I'm glad that the Catholic Church got some soul. You know what I'm saying? Because I know,
man,
when you put
it was some legends. Yeah, it was some legends in that church, man. That just, I was like, wow, I want to do this, you know, and just to hear them perform, and they still doing it to this day, still doing it.
Hey, man, that's amazing. You know, as we are coming in, hopefully on this tail end of this pandemic or plandemic, wherever you sit at with that, how did you survive doing when the world was technically so what, quote unquote, shut down? What did you do? What did you do?
Well, I'm very creative, and I can say around 2015 was one of the hardest years of my life. I lost my dad, and we buried, like, I could say 13 people in 4 years. And so during the pandemic, you know, it's sad, but us as Black folks, we've been dealing with pandemics pretty much our whole life. So we've been surviving, you know, basically since we were born, watching our grandparents, great grandparents make a little out of nothing. I mean, make a lot out of nothing. So I created a mobile detail business during the pandemic, because I'm out here in LA, and it, you know, like the song says, it never rains in Southern California. So I enjoy washing cars, and my dad's nickname was Buddy. So that's what I named the business, Buddy's Mobile Detail. And it brought me a lot of peace, because that was my way of staying connected with him. I have a little bit of OCD, so I love cleaning up. I love cleaning cars. That's something we did back in Texas in the summer, clean the cars, ride around on Sundays, you know, especially in my small town of Beaumont. So I was able to meet a lot of people, and I own my, you know, it's my business. So I'm always listening to music. So I created a lot of stuff doing that, you know, because it's just me. And when I have a dirty car, it's like, okay, I'm focusing on that. I got my music in, and, you know, it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
Would you often say that cars or homes are extensions of who we are in our personality? Like when your room or your car is, wherever you living in or moving in is dirty, you kind of feel dirty, even if you didn't just
right.
Doesn't it reflect your mental of how you viewing the world and where you're at based upon what you're sitting in and what you're being covered in, so to speak?
Yeah, because I feel like your home and your car really describes who you are. You know, if you have a lot of clutter in your car, you have a lot of clutter in your life. For me, I can't function with dirt. I can't function coming home to a bed not made. And, you know, that's how I was raised. Like, the bed has to be made. Certain things have to be done before I leave the house. Same way with my car. I can't deal with stuff everywhere, you know, and it's amazing because a lot of the people's cars that I clean, you can tell, you know, they're balanced in life or they have a lot going on, you know, whether it's kids, whether you have pets, and, you know, it's just a lot. And you can tell because a lot of us live out of our cars because it's constant moving, we're constantly moving around. And balance is key. That's one thing I can honestly say. The pandemic really exposed a lot of people's unbalanced and where they are in life because it's like, uh-oh, everybody's on the same playing level now. I don't care how much money you had. I don't care who you were. You had to stay home. Everybody, the playing field was leveled. So fortunately and unfortunately, a lot of things happen, which is affecting people now. So that's why I feel like music and entertainment, that's what got me through a lot of stuff coming up. That's why I enjoy it so much. For me, it's not about, if I'm blessed to make millions of dollars and win Grammys and all of that, cool. But if I can touch someone through my music, then my job is done. Because we can't take none of this stuff with us, man. None of it. So just me being around so many people throughout my life and me being a black man and seeing things in my family, I created this show where I play 7 different characters and I come and I sit down with a therapist. And then I do a Q&A afterwards where I listen to the feedback. And most of the men, even, when you're talking in the barbershops or the cigar bar or the gyms, most of us feel safe with each other. But going home to our significant others, what happens is we were at one point vulnerable, some of us, and then we would judge. And so a lot of us be like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And, it's places where men do feel safe, but I want to do my part to, have us feel safe in a more public setting because it's so many outlets and things that just break us down, make it seem like, we're all crazy. And if we're mad, there's something wrong with us. But we just want to voice how we feel. A lot of us are hurting. And if all we know is, if that's how we were raised, that's all we know. So where can we go to get that out and not be looked at as mean and aggressive?
Brother, you telling the truth. You were telling me cut off. I ain't cut your wisdom. You telling the truth. You get called emotional or today version of that or feminine. That's it. Ain't no more heart chakra involved. You getting straight cold dead meat for real.
Right. And so that's what I try to portray with my music. A lot of men can't speak, so I was like, well, let me speak for you. I don't mind being vulnerable. I don't mind being judged. This is what God put on my heart. I've been singing and acting since I was 4 years old. Nothing, like I said, I credit all this to my dad because he didn't sugarcoat anything. He gave it to me raw. So everything that I see, what the question was about the stuff that's going on in Hollywood, a lot of people never got the chance to express how they feel. So you're seeing a lot of men that's like, okay, now I have a platform to speak, whether it's wrong, whether it's right. Who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? And the problem is, my opinion, social media has allowed so many people just to give their opinion. Who are you to say if somebody's right or wrong? I commend, it takes a lot for anyone to get out in the public and say how they feel. It takes a lot, man. It's not easy. And then you got millions of people judging, but I'll be damned if they'll get out and be vulnerable. So
high profile picture on it. Crazy.
Yeah, so right. Because it's once we get to the point in life where we allow grace with one another, it'll be a better place, man. We have no grace. We so quick to judge, but boy, if we knew what goes on behind a lot of these doors, come on, man. Go sit down somewhere with all of that. I sit back and I just look like, wow. Some of y'all would never leave y'all front porch, but you want to judge a man for traveling the world and just doing what he loves to do and doing the best that he can, because it all stems from our childhood, man. If we don't fix it, We got millionaires that's struggling, billionaires that's struggling, zero income people that got more sense. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people had to um, balance the best way they could. You know, we didn't have the tools. We weren't taught as men, hey man, go talk about how you feel. They tell us don't cry, man up, go to work. So as we get older and we get blessed, what do you think we're gonna do? You can't tell me what to do now. So yeah.
No, what you're saying is truthful, man. You know, even the whole talking too much. You know, it's like when you start talking, like people just cut you. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear it, and it's like, I'm like, all right, then I ain't gonna say nothing.
Right. And then we go home. You understand? Like it's okay for fellas to get around and talk to each other, but you have to go home to whomever that is. That's where you're supposed to feel safe. If you can't feel safe at home. So, and a lot of people don't have the outlets. You know, I'm blessed to have my entertainment outlet. So I can go create, I can sing, I can write. So, you know, I've always been, I love love. I like to see people love on each other. So that's where my music comes from, you know. So, because my dad was very tough. It wasn't a lot of affection in my house. But my mom was the balance. So, you know, I struggle with it, you know, because it was all like work. So that's where that comes from. So that's what I'm trying to pour. Well, I ain't gonna say try. That's what I'm pouring into my music, into my album. So I'm excited that people are loving what I'm doing.
Sweetie, you got a minute?
Yeah, baby, what's up?
I just want to talk to you about something. I know it won't take long. Just listen. Times when I knew you were gonna leave, you end up coming right back.
Babe, what are you talking about?
Just listen. I know I done did some foolish things, but you got me on the right track.
Okay, so what are you saying? Look, I gotta go.
Listen, girl, you cared for me. You were there for me. You loved me unconditionally. You changed me, believed in me. There's no doubt how I'm feeling, girl, 'cause I need you. 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 I need your love, girl. Heaven, you make me feel like I do anything. You help me, yeah. Be a better me, yeah. Didn't even know I could love again, but you helped me find this inner peace within me, baby, yeah. You cared for me, you were there for me, you loved me unconditionally, you changed me, believed in me. There's no doubt how I'm feeling, girl, 'cause I need you. 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 I need your love, baby, you, girl.
you have to look at it goes way beyond before we got here, what they were doing to us as black men. They pulled us out of the house. They put drugs in the community. They lock us up. They make us fight each other. They make us hate each other. And if the generational curses are not broken, it's going to keep repeating itself. So we have to do, and I'm doing the best that I can with my, or what I can to help, because I'm a black man. And I understand because I've been around every black man you can think about. They right in my family. And me being in this business and traveling so much, I've seen it all. And again, it starts with the individual and us. Again, it starts with having grace with each other. Because we get it. I see it, how, we are a threat when it comes to corporate America, a black man. The more educated we are, the more they hate on us. They'll give you a job because they feel like, ooh, I can control this black woman. She looks good. So let me use her as the face. We come in there polished and ready. Nah, he ain't finna take this. He's not gonna take this. So it's a lot. And then, a lot of us get frustrated. A lot of us we so tired of rejection, because we look at TV, we seeing ourselves getting killed and nothing is being done about it up until recently. And it's like, how much of this are we going to take? And a lot of us as black men are just frustrated. We're mad. We're frustrated, because, we deal with it from, the time we walk out the house. We don't even know if we're going to come home or not. That's crazy. And it's simple because it's not like it's just one or two people. We see it all over the world. Like, it's broadcasted. They killing us on live TV. So, I continue to pray for us as a whole because, I just want to see us get along and having these hard conversations with our sisters, because it does take two strong people. One of us may not be as strong all the time, because I come from a family with strong black women, and without you guys, we don't survive. My mom is everything, but my mom she was more peaceful and graceful, and she prays a lot. Again, like you said, a lot of the generation of women that's being raised now, it's like, we got work to do. We ain't taking no nonsense. We ain't doing this, boom, boom, boom. But we got to have grace. Because you don't have to, and I say this to people, you don't have to stay in that relationship you in. You understand what I'm saying? Male or female. You don't have to. If that person is not treating you right, it's your job to move on. You don't have to stay there. Because it's a man and vice versa that allow you to be your beautiful self where you don't have to carry that load. So when I hear women say, I have to, no, you don't have to. That's a choice. Just like we don't have to choose to be treated a certain way. We all have choices. But you got to know your self-worth. Trust God. Trust your work. Because at the end of the day, what I don't think a lot of people understand, none of this, okay, everything that we're getting was promised to us. We're all God's children. So this is ours. But when he takes us home, that's it. Like, we get caught up in tomorrow. We get caught up in, the real minute, frivolous stuff. But like I was sharing with you, Kimmy D, when you start losing, and as we get older, one or two things happen. Two things happen. You get closer to your expiration date and your destiny, meaning your dream. So we can't get caught up in all of that. I encourage people to just keep stepping out on faith, because God is going to give you what you need to provide and your lifestyle. Because a lot of people, you have to live within your means. You hear a lot of people complaining about, this, and this, and you have to understand, like, a lot of us in this industry, we're in the negative. So when we do get a job, A lot of us still ain't back to black. We still in the red, and I love the vulnerability of Taraji and so many of us because we have to be transparent, but we also have to encourage. Like I will encourage people, don't allow someone else's stuff to affect what you're doing. Because we all have our steps. Everybody has their design order of where they want to go. So I just encourage everybody to stay true to who they are and follow your dreams. Be the best you that you can be. And just work hard. That's it. All you can do is work hard. Everything else gonna take care of itself. I've been at this a long time. I've had way more no's than yes. But if you do it for the love, then you're not gonna get discouraged. If you do it for the money and for the likes, the fame, you're gonna stay discouraged. Because all it takes is one person to be like, this is trash, or one no, and then you done. But if you do it for the love, you go a long way. Because I love this. And if I touch one person, I've done my job.
Powerful stuff. I appreciate them dope words. I was just checking you out some more. I see you with Cedric on Cedric Takes on the Holidays. He trended right now. The movie star trending, Cat Williams with his, his get down. That's all right.
Well, that's some wild stuff right there, man. That whole thing is wild. But again, this man is just speaking how we feel. Who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? You see what I'm saying? Like, he's just speaking how we feel. And again, you don't have to comment, you don't have to entertain it. The people that he said and mentioned, if they want to comment, cool. But who are we to judge? Especially people that's not in his shoes or not in this business. Because it's a lot of that go on. It's a lot of stuff, man. I pray again for us in this industry to find the grace to love each other, man. Because at the end of the day, once we get to the point where we own our own stuff, see, we in here fighting over stuff we don't even own. That's what gets me, like, we don't even own this. They're giving us a platform. And what do we do with a lot of these platforms? We belittle each other. We talk down on each other. And at any point, they can unplug all of this. Now what? So, because there's a lot of great stuff out there. There's a lot of great stuff, And again, we all have a right to speak how we feel. If that's how he wants to speak, then God bless him. Because there's a lot of people that feel a lot of different ways about people that will never say anything. Those are cowards to me. You go behind somebody's back and say all it is, be real. Be real or be quiet. I was told less is more. Keep your mouth closed. So I love it, man. I love all of it. It's entertaining, it's fun. Because at the end of the day, man, that's how I look at this. It's so many inspirational things that I see on social media. The negative stuff, I don't even pay attention to it, man. I don't. And if we focus on the positive, man, it will help us in our everyday demeanor, our mental state. Because we are all old enough to understand what's really going on. They feed negative, 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 negative. You turn on the news, who got shot, whose house burnt down, who this. That's what they open the news with. We got to understand what's going on.
Oh, no, you're right. And the average newspaper is written on the 6th grade level. So they put it to literally dumbs you down. And then when you study Operation Mockingbird, you see how the CIA and FBI for years have been like the news broadcasters or part of the program where you had to go through and learn and study on the art of persuasion. That's why when you look at all these channels, they keep repeating the same type of narration for every story. So but you, my brother, I appreciate you. Before I let you go, I got to play this quick game with you, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a deep intrinsic mind. I got to dig into it a little bit. We're going to task you with the number 7. The number 7 is all religions, all spiritualities is based upon completion, creation, and just ultimately just building. And when we study the number 7, when it's inverted, it turns into a right angle. And we know right angles build everything in the universe. You know, it's all throughout your body. You got right angles. You know what I'm saying? So, my good brother, you were tasked to find 7 people in history that's living or dead, because we going on, you know what I'm saying, the Andre World Tour. I want to know what 7 people that's living or past that you would take with you. Now, keep in mind, if you say Michael Jackson, you get the whole Jackson family. Everybody that ever did, they coming with you. What 7 people you want, brother?
Well, you if I say Mike, then that's gonna take up everybody. So you say Mike takes up how many people?
Mike brings the whole family, the whole Jackson.
So that don't count as, so that's what, 4 already? So I got 3 left?
You just have 1. Michael is just a representation of all of them.
Got you. Man. I see. I love Sam Cooke, Donny Hathaway, Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston. Did I say Marvin Gaye? Because I'm trying to think. Did I said Mike? We said Mike already, right? I'm a huge Beyonce fan. Man, it's so many. So I like the legends though. I like legends. Who else? Who else is powerful? Who else is powerful? I can't believe I'm going blank. I'm trying to think. So gospel wise, I love gospel music as well. I'm a huge J Moss fan.
We're gonna learn today.
Hey man, you get a chance, this boy is anointed, man. Anointed, but you know, it's so many. You can't narrow down 7, but you know, I grew up listening to those men. Like that's what my dad was playing. Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, Luther, Stevie, Michael, you know. That's what, you know, in the house, it was on Sundays, it was gospel music before church. After church, it was R&B and, you know, just great music. Sade, you know, you name it. Frankie Beverly and Mays, the OJs, Earth, Wind and Fire, you know, Commodores, OJ. Man, it was just powerful music. So, Aretha Franklin, all the legends, you know. So,
and the reason why we choose 7 because it's like such a spiritual and religious connotation that's attached to it, and it's like a grab bag. Like if you got so much time, like who you gonna roll with, and who you gonna grab. So I salute you for playing that game. Thank you for coming to this conscious realm of reality that we call life. Being the strong, great man that you are, man. All the days of your life, always keep your light on, keep shining bright, keep standing upon your square. And before we let you go, could you give us a drop? Just say you are on MycelebrityLife, your name and your social media, and we out, my brother.
Okay. Hello, this is Andre Pitre, and I'm on MycelebrityLife. You can reach me at Andre Pitre 13 on social media, and that's Pitre, the number 13. God bless.